Radio is one of the most important medium in Africa, where many places still have unreliable electricity. But many of the applications UNESCO promotes are meant to work even when the radio stations are offline, so they can keep functioning when internet connectivity fails. UNESCO's project Empowering Local Radios with ICTs, supported by the Swedish International Development Corporation, SIDA, helps poor people, especially women and girls, to participate in radio debates on public issues that affect them. UNESCO trains the radio stations to use new applications, internet and mobile phones, to improve their broadcasts and interact with their audiences. So listeners, even the poorest, can react to current affairs, participate in polls, or give comments that are broadcast on air. This film will show how UNESCO supports local radio stations in 10 African countries acquire ICT skills. We are going to visit some of the radio stations. The UNESCO project in South Africa has helped local radio stations acquire ICT skills and supports communities' dialogue with the government.
My name is Tsepo Makgopa. I am the programs manager for Jozi FM, a community radio station that is based in Dube, Soweto. Soweto is a township that gave birth to a lot of our freedom fighters. We are very excited and honored to be part of the UNESCO project on empowering local radio stations with ICT, which is funded by SIDA. This gives us possibilities in terms of developing different skills to our personnel. And we are very grateful about this.
Channel 878 on the DMX audio bouquet, and of course at www.josifm.co.za.
It's 15 gone after 3 o'clock.
Josie FM, the station that is rocking the nation.
The ICT workshops also help people in the creation of their own radio programs. Here's an example.
Good morning, listeners. I go by the name of Zanele Mkwanazi. This is Omontu's Breakfast Show. I'm in a course with UNESCO. I was taught that I should research. So I started implementing. So I was passing by, so I see these shacks are wrecked, but people are living inside there. They're not even well positioned. Like, guys, no, it's not on. Like, how can we say we living in the society, but while else you living your neighbor to live in a shack that needs plastics on the roof? You know, I had a talk with one of the residents.
And yet you still don't have electricity.
No electricity, no toilet, no water.
The kids there, they're fun kids, they're loving kids, they're full of life. Let us be a united nation. Let us fight against poverty.
The small country Lesotho has an ICT policy with a vision to create a knowledge-based society, fully integrated in the global economy by 2020.
In Lesotho, we have one community radio which was funded by UNESCO. It is now getting support from the SIDA project.
Good evening, Mafting Community Radio listeners. My name is Tsepo Mochawa, and I'm going to be the host for this show, which is
with this project, the station has been equipped with ICT skills in its programming, and it must be mentioned that this programming has improved tremendously since the inception of the project, as correspondents and volunteers are now using ICTs in their daily programming at the radio station.
The primary purpose of community radio stations is to inform and increase knowledge, but often they also grow into taking on a central role in the local community, as you will see now.
Here beside me is a lady who had some serious financial problems, but she also had a serious problem that she was due to deliver her second-born baby. She went to the community radio station seeking any kind of help that she could get. She was assisted by the station management by taking her to the local hospital where she delivered her baby. She got help from the community radio station. She was bought some medical booklet. She was also bought some nappies for the baby, and she also got some food and clothes for the baby. And she is here to express her gratitude to the radio station.
The UNESCO project in Tanzania is the first ever large project to support local media in the country. Participating radio stations have started to show signs of improvement.
Yeah, here's Peter Malesa from Sengerema, Tanzania. He has been telling me that before a project he was a volunteer reporting from a ward, and most of his story or reports were substandard, but now he has been promoted to a producer at Sengerema radio station.
Takriban dakika 15 zimetoweka toka ilipo timu majira ya saa 1 za asubuhi. Msikilizaji, nikukaribisha katika kipindi cha Kero za Jamii, kipindi ambacho
katika kata ya Sima. Ninashukuru sana.
Okay, the woman sitting next to me is Sabina Nestori from Sengerema, Tanzania. She thanks the ICT training as a correspondent. No, formerly she was a normal farmer, but after receiving the training from SIDA and UNESCO, now she can write a story or issues concerning her community.
Fadeco Community Radio operates from the region of Kagera in northwestern Tanzania. Since its start in 2007, the station has grown into a vigorous local radio with a strong editorial team. Thanks to the media coverage from Fadeco Radio about the story of the broken bridge, a new bridge was constructed.
We have been also able to influence a number of development initiatives in the region, one of which has been actually giving a voice to what I say to the voiceless, a platform for farmers, for local farmers to be able to express themselves, to participate in dialogue or in discussions on issues that affect them. And we can see this positive development going on here and there, thanks to the work that is being done by Fadeco Radio, but using ICTs, because this is the main form of mechanism or medium that we're able to reach to them.
A lot of visibility has been created around the UNESCO project in Kenya, and there is actually a high demand for community radios to join the SIDA project. One of the radio stations in the project, Sauti FM, has recently been destroyed in a fire, but will now be rebuilt.
The production studio in this area. Finally, we had the transmission room the other end. We've been in partnership with UNESCO in a project that empowering local radios with ICTs. And Radio Sauti is among the 4 radio stations participating in Kenya. And since the beginning of this project, I can count on a number of benefits. 1, it has enhanced my management skills. 2, it enhanced my financial management, as well as our technical capacity in understanding how to handle the equipment, how to service them, so that their lives can be prolonged in order to serve the community. Yeah.
Mr. Buwanda Otieno, an avid listener. Following a series of new programs, he changed from being a fisherman to a farmer. He approached the station in order to learn more about the program and how he can start farming. He started a vegetable farm, where he currently grows tomatoes, kales, arrowroot, cucumber and onions, at his home in Aram village.
UNESCO has impacted a lot on us in terms of ICT, because initially we didn't know things like social media. But as a result of the introduction of social media through the UNESCO, at least our listeners, they can now even tweet, some can even Facebook, some have even blogs. They know how to blog, so they have a platform where they can share their problems and thereafter get a solution.
There are constant demands to extend the UNESCO project in the Democratic Republic of Congo to more radio stations, since, so far, the project has only covered 4 out of 400 radio stations.
Le projet a renforcé les capacités.
The project has reinforced our capacity by giving us technology and ICTs.
Piloté par l'UNESCO.
UNESCO has created targets for us that allowed us to really understand and appreciate the possibilities for radio. Our work is now to meet those targets, to focus on the issues that matter. Before, we were using old technology that was incapable of doing what we can today. We were working via telephone. As a result of this project, we can use frontline SMS to have interactive programming and to gather information by receiving thousands of SMSs.
La vieille technologie qu'on utilise souvent des dictaphones, des cassettes.
Before, we were using dictaphones and tapes. But this training has taught us how to use computers, and this has really helped us and allowed us to use new tools that help us to get more information to the public. Because of this project, women have become increasingly involved in the work this station does. We go into the field and collect information. We're involved in the production process and in the broadcasting. The state media of Zambia covers only the major languages in the country, which is why several communities depend on local radios to access information in local languages.
Happy Golden Jubilee, Mother Zambia.
I love my job. I've been working here for the past 3 years. I should admit, this job has been awesome. It has taken me places. It has helped in my reporting skills. I come from a community, and therefore I feel it's part of my duties and responsibilities to report on what I see in communities. Other people would call me when something occurs in a community. Of course, I go and give coverage.
Thank you. Madam Mabel, we just want to find out from you, when did you start your tailoring business?
I started my business in 2004.
What really prompted you to take up a man's job?
There is no job which is the man's job. A woman can do anything. So whoever is saying this is a man's job, that was a lie. People, those in old days, were confining all the women in the kitchen. But this time, a woman can do anything.
Like light. You're listening to the sounds of Zambezi FM. Your hit frequency 107.7. It's 1841 with me, Clouders.
Equally for me, as someone who's the program's productions manager, I mean, personally, I've also benefited from attending the UNESCO as well as CEDA workshop, in that obviously the interaction is very massive online. I mean, we've witnessed how people have been able to phone us back, they phone the editing suite for the news, on what they want to hear in the news. And so basically, the ICTs at Zambezi FM, compared to the past, I think things have really changed.
The UNESCO project in Namibia is making radio broadcasts which address poor people's concerns and contribute to accountability and service delivery for vulnerable groups.
Base FM is the biggest community radio station in Namibia, and we focus on various issues that concern the community. Issues like health matters, issues like education, as well as unemployment, which is a very big concern within our community.
Hi, I'm Tolerant Answer, a correspondent at Base FM community radio station. Thanks to a UNESCO-led funded project, I'm able to stand here confidently and say that I'm a professional correspondent. Through this project has helped me to sharpen my editing, recording and interview skills. I can now confidently go out there and fish for stories, and people can, trust me in telling me their stories. And it has also boosted the radio station itself, because people trust the radio station, to tell their problems and concerns, because they can hear these things up on air and people call in, and there's just a whole participation going on at the radio station.
It is exactly 8 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. We are officially in the final leap of the show. If you are only joining us right about now, I'm wondering what you were up to last night.
Community radio stations play a critical role in providing vital information to citizens and contribute to development and peace reconciliation efforts in Rwanda after the genocide. It continues to be one of the fastest growing African countries in ICT. Radio Huguka's vision is to form, inform and educate the rural world for self-promotion and attainment of sustainable development through its interactive programs.
ICTs has a positive impact to the radio station because through advices we got from UNESCO, we have initiated a social network, how we can use WhatsApp, Facebook, SMSs for getting more feedback from our audience. It has increased our visibility.
How Lady Huka helped you to share your ideas, opinion with the others through ICT?
Yeah, of course. Through the ICT, Radio Huka helped the listeners on Facebook. On Facebook, they put the news, then the listeners put their comments. On the Twitter, if there is something which is long on Radio Huka, you tweet them. You write some posts and you tweet them, and they give you the feedback.
We organize live debate from the field, and we invite local authorities and local citizens, and they discuss about a specific issue.
Though the civil war ended in 2005, the country is still engaged in the process of reconciliation and peace building. The development and integration of ICTs in Burundi has been hindered by the high cost of services. Since 2013, optic fibre has been deployed in the country and is now operational in 9 of the 11 Burundian provinces. Radio Humuriza FM broadcasts programs on how to unite people and build peace, along with issues affecting youths and the rights of women. Its mission is to show people, especially young people, that anything is possible. Concerning searching for information, we got mobile telephones from UNESCO. They taught us how a mobile phone can be used not only for calling, it can also be used to search for information. It facilitates the profession. We use mobile telephones because it's a new and easy technique to use. You record sounds by using a mobile telephone. You do editing by using a mobile telephone. And you send the news to the radio by using WhatsApp, and they can announce it. What is good in these given techniques is that if you are a reporter who's very far from the radio studio, you can send the news. They can announce it in a short period of time without using a computer or going directly to the radio. It's very easy because you use your own telephone without registering. You work where you are, you just send. Concerning the journalism of investigation, we go out to the countryside, to hills and mountains. We enter people's houses. We ask them about any given news. The Uganda Vision 2040 is a guiding document which identifies ICT among the key foundations for spurring Uganda's transformation into a modern and prosperous country. In recent years, there has been a tremendous growth in the radio industry.
My name is Peter Balava. I work with the Nakaseke Community Radio as a station manager. Nakaseke Community Radio 102.9 started in 2003 with the support of UNESCO. The station has a mandate to educate, sensitize community, mobilize the community to participate in government programs like education, agriculture, health, and other development programs. We also give a platform to youth to come and share their social life.
Parents here should play actually an important role.
The training, it has helped us to build the capacities of our staff to do the programming, to do radio scripts, to write radio news, to do the editing, and also to do the marketing of the radio. Coffee is the main cash crop for Uganda. Many farmers earn a living out of coffee growing. Mr. Israeli Kambugu, a coffee farmer of Chiboba, is the first farmer who identified a pest which attacks coffee. This pest is called coffee tick borer. After identifying this pest, he came to the station, to Nakaseke Community Radio, to share with other farmers how to fight this pest.
Radio will continue to be an important medium in Africa. This is why it's also important to develop new technology. The project, run by UNESCO and financed by CEDA, has reinforced the capacity.